Okay, this is the Piggy Bank savings plan. You've decided to begin saving money in order to buy the new iPhone when it comes out. You've come up with two different saving plans and need to figure out which one will be most beneficial. So you have two plans. Plan one, you begin with a nickel in your piggy bank, and you decide that every week you will double that amount that's in your piggy bank. Savings plan two, you begin with $25 in your piggy bank, and you decide that each week you will add $2 regardless of how much is already in your piggy bank. I suggest that you go to the table first and fill out the table and see if that helps you to write an equation. So at 0 weeks, you begin with a nickel. So at 0 weeks of plan one, you have 0.05. Remember, if you just put a 5 there, that's $5. If you put 0.5 there, that's 50 cents. 0.05 is 5 cents. When you double 5 cents, you get 10 cents. When you double 10 cents, you get 20 cents, and so on to fill out the chart. Okay, so that's what your chart will look like with the savings plan one. Savings plan two, you start with $25 and you add $2 each time. So after the first week, you'll have 27, 29, and then so on, adding 2 each time. Okay, now when you're comparing these, I want to see what type of an equation to write. Notice that in plan two, it's changing by the same amount each time, $2 each time. That makes this a linear function. If you have a linear function, you're going to use y equals mx plus b to write the equation. B is your initial value. That would be in a graph, that means your y-intercept, and your y-intercept is what you have when x is 0. Here's the point, 0, 25, so your b is 25. That's your beginning amount. Your slope is the amount of change each time, which is $2. $2 is your amount of change each time. So you have y equals 2x plus 25. So that is a linear equation. In plan 1, you're doubling each time. When you double, that's a multiplier. That makes this exponential. Your exponential function looks like this. Y equals a, that's your initial amount, b is your multiplier, and then x is your variable for time. So it would be y equals, the initial amount is 5 cents, your multiplier is 2, and there's your variable. So those are your two equations. Now answering the questions on the back. It says, if a new iPhone was coming out in 2 weeks, while it may not be enough, which plan would help you save the most money? So at 2 weeks, who has which one's the most money, plan 1 or plan 2? At 2 weeks, plan 2 is $27, it's $29, whereas at 2 weeks, plan 1 is 20 cents. So which one? This would be plan 2. If a new iPhone wasn't scheduled to come out for another 10 weeks, which plan would save you the most money? So going back, at 10 weeks, with plan 1, you'll have $51.20. Plan 2, you'll have $45. So plan 1 would be the better option at 10 weeks. If the new iPhone wasn't scheduled to come out for another 3 months, which plan do you think would help you save the most money? And why do you think that's the case? Okay, well, as you can see, plan 1 is only increasing by $2 each time. But plan 1 at 10 weeks, by next week, it's going to be increased by $51.20. So definitely plan 1 would be the best option after 3 months. So this would be plan 1. And it says, why do you think that is the case? Because it is increasing at a greater rate. What are some similarities between the two savings plans? Okay, what do they have in common? Well, both of them are increasing. That's what they would have in common. Now, what are some differences in the two? Well, the main difference is that plan 1 is exponential. And I realize that I'm also answering the next question as I answer this one. And plan 2 is linear. Which savings plan would you describe as linear? Well, I just answered that. That would be plan 2, and plan 1 would be exponential.